The Whaley House, San Diego, California, USA. Built in 1857 on the site of public executions, the Whaley House has been called America's most haunted house. Death and tragedy marked nearly every chapter of its history, from hangings to suicides. Today, visitors hear heavy boots stomping across empty hallways and smell cigar smoke with no source. It's said the entire Whaley family haunts the home, and even government investigators have called it officially haunted.
The Screaming House, Union, Missouri, USA. What looked like a normal suburban home became a battleground between priests and something far darker. Families reported shadowy figures, unseen hands pushing them, and blood-curdling screams with no source. One priest fled the house mid-exorcism and refused to return. Paranormal investigators call it one of the most malevolent locations they've ever studied. It's been sealed off for years.
The Amityville House, Amityville, New York, USA. This infamous house inspired the Amityville horror movie and dozens of spin-offs. In 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered 6 members of his family here while they slept. A year later, the Lutz family moved in, only to flee 28 days later, claiming the house was infested with demons. Swarms of flies, walls oozing slime, ghostly apparitions, and possession were all reported. Even hardened skeptics felt something unnatural inside. Despite renovations and changes, no one stays long. The Villisca Axe Murder House, Iowa, USA. In 1912, 8 people, including 6 children, were butchered in their sleep with an axe. The killer was never caught, and the house has never known peace. Overnight guests have reported hearing children's whispers, doors slamming, and seeing dark figures standing over their beds. One paranormal investigator was allegedly stabbed by an unseen force inside the house. He survived, barely. The Snedeker House, Southington, Connecticut, USA. This ordinary-looking home was the inspiration behind The Haunting in Connecticut. In the 1980s, the Snedeker family moved into the former funeral home and immediately experienced terrifying phenomena: apparitions, sudden cold spots, and violent attacks. The eldest son claimed to be possessed, and the family reported being tormented by demonic forces. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren declared the house a gateway for evil. Even after exorcisms, locals swear the place has never truly been cleansed. The Exorcist House, St. Louis, Missouri, USA. Yes, that Exorcist. The movie was based on a real 1949 exorcism that happened in this modest home. The boy, known as Roland Doe, reportedly levitated, spoke in Latin, and was tormented by demonic forces. The priests who conducted the exorcism kept diaries of the horrific events. Afterward, the home was abandoned, and paranormal teams say the atmosphere remains deeply wrong. So wrong, in fact, that even thrill seekers often leave early, shaken and silent. The Harrisville Farmhouse, Rhode Island, USA. You might know it as the house from The Conjuring. In the 1970s, the Perron family moved into this colonial farmhouse in rural Rhode Island, only to face a series of violent hauntings. Doors slammed, furniture moved on its own, and the mother of the family was allegedly possessed by the spirit of a witch named Bathsheba. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren documented the activity and said the demonic presence here was one of the strongest they ever encountered. Today, the house is still standing, and the current owners admit the energy never left. The Lemp Mansion, St. Louis, Missouri, USA. This once grand home was owned by the Lemp family, famous brewers whose lives unraveled into suicides, madness, and financial ruin. 4 members of the family died by suicide in the mansion. Visitors today report ghostly footsteps, cold spots, and intense feelings of dread in certain rooms. In Missouri ghost hunting circles, it's considered one of the most active sites.
Some staff at the on-site restaurant refuse to go into the basement, where the original brewery tunnels still run underground.